this is Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. Today I want to talk about Manolo Marquez and the 26 probable squad that he has announced for the upcoming Vietnam tour, in which India will face first Vietnam and then Lebanon. And we've been discussing quite a bit about this on my daily live Indian football discussions. So I thought I'll look into it a little bit more and look at it from a perspective not of mine or yours as a fan, or maybe as that of a coach like Manolo. Why has he picked certain players and why maybe has he not picked players? Because there is something which I have learned over the years from a number of national team coaches, especially Bob Houghton during his day, or even Stephen Constantine, that they say, you know what, we have to see how a player is doing, how he puts himself into the group, and can he perform now, and not only now, but also in the near and long term. And that is, I think, the challenge that we have with a lot of our footballers in India, where we see players playing well for 2, 3, maybe even 5 matches, and then performance drops. Consistency is the word, and that is the challenge even with the best of our players. And I take the example of Manolo Marquez, who has been our best player over the last couple of years, I would say. But even he at the moment is struggling at the start of the season at Mumbai City FC. And other players, for example, one player not picked, but who I think deserved a call-up would be someone like Jitin MS. Started playing well consistently throughout last season. Started off well this season as well, if you look at the Durand Cup and now in the ISL as well. But again, when we talk about wingers, decision-making, the right pass, the right shot, the right technique, that's a problem in general. And that is the challenge also when we come to speak about strikers. We don't have an Indian striker playing as a real number 9 in the Indian Super League at the moment. The closest that we get at the moment, most probably, will be someone who's retired recently. And that is Sunil Chhetri. Sunil has retired. Sunil seems to be back to a much better performance level than he was in the last, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5 years. But he's not an option. So what are our options? We have to take someone who is or has played as a striker and can potentially play as a striker, and then try and build on that character. And that's something, that's something which I feel is the challenge. Is Rahim Ali the answer to our calls, our prayers for a number 9? Manveer Singh is getting a lot of stick for his non-performances, and yes, that's a problem. But who are the other options? Players who are not playing regularly for their teams, players who are in and out, who score goals at the lower level. Is that the level we want to get? Or do we then look at options like a false number 9? Does, for example, a Changte play in that position? So these are the things that Manolo needs to find solutions to. Even our right and left back situation, we have struggled over the last few matches, be it under Steamage and now under Manolo. Roshan could be an answer. He started very well this season. Can he do that now for a longer term? Do we use him on the right? Do we use him on the left? Ashish Rai surely has not shown the level that is needed to play national team. I've been saying this openly. Jay Gupta to me needs more time, more experience to maybe become a national team player down the road. Something that Manolo said interesting last year, and now Jay gets dropped. Akash Sangwan, someone that I thought over the last 2 seasons and Chennai did actually quite well. So let's see if he becomes an option, and then we have to look at right back. Can, let's say, an Amar Ranawade or a Valpuya become an option? In the heart of midfield, we have options. I know people are not happy with the performances of a Jeekson or an Apuya. Suresh has been the strongest one, and that causes problems to the others. This time, Namte has been called up. Little bit of a surprise, because I feel Putea is ahead of him. Vibin Mohanan is ahead of him. But that is a position where we have options, and there's a lot of discussions going on which players should be called. Vishal Keth is back in the national team in place of Prabsukan Singh Gill as the number 3. And at the moment, I think there shouldn't be any question. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu looks like in a much, much better form, as all of the BFC players, Indian players at BFC. So that'll be interesting. What kind of a team does Manolo pick? But again, it is very difficult for a coach. If you want to, you can make 8, 10, 12 changes to your national team in every window. But that would destabilize the team. And again, this team has to now gel up. We need a new squad, a new strong squad for the qualifiers next March. And that's the answer. It's not you, it's not me, it's for Manolo to find solutions to these problems and then put out the best team. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Write it down in the comments below. And as always, like, share, subscribe Arun Foot here on YouTube and my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com and I'll be back very soon. So Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.